Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to SHN Sports and First Responder Broadcasting production of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball. We're live here at Georgetown High School, but we're here because we have sponsors that make it all possible. Free of charge here on the SHN Sports Network. It's the Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club and Piedreros, your title sponsors this year. Piedreros Western Wear, 4809 Williams Drive here in Georgetown. You can find them on Instagram, TikTok, on the shop, everywhere. But go in person. They're open Tuesday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they have everything in Western wear. Some of the nicest boots, hats, anything you could think of, some awesome belt buckles. Go see them there on Williams Drive. Set sponsor this season, CSCT. They bring you every set of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball. The construction specialists, Central Texas, John and Lynn Krogh, and Jeremy and Rachel McDougall. Proud sponsors of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball here on First Responder Broadcasting. And City View Bible Church, proud sponsors this season of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball. We're live here, Georgetown High School. We get ready for match number 2 of the day for your Georgetown Lady Eagles as they will take on the McNeil Mavericks out of Round Rock ISD. And they just got done in a match with Clear Falls, and McNeil fell in that one 2-0. And so now they turn right back around and play Georgetown here in match number 2 for both of these teams here on day 1 of Pool 3 at Georgetown High School of this Leander Georgetown Eastview tournament. Georgetown goes through their warm-ups here to get ready for this matchup. Georgetown won 2-0 over St. Stephen's in the first match of the day. And so now they sit at 1-0 in the tournament so far here in Pool 3. And then Clear Falls sits at 1-0. McNeil and St. Stephen's both at 0-1. After this match, there will be 2 more matches, and then Georgetown will finish out day 1 of Pool 3 here at Georgetown High School. It's supposed to start at 7 p.m. It'll be against the Clear Falls Knights to end day 1, and then we'll be ready to look at tomorrow and what that brings. We know it'll be here at Georgetown High School. It'll be the host site for Pool number 3, I believe it is. Georgetown will host here at Georgetown High School tomorrow, and we will play at 9, 11, and 2 on Friday. And then Saturday will be all dependent on how those pools turn out for Saturday's gold, silver, and bronze brackets. The McNeil Lady Mavs out of Round Rock ISD are coached by Mallory Burns, Shadia Rube, Helena Faber, and Noah Paradis. Manager Aubrey Carras and Mia Mujic. Man, they have some tough names on this team. The principal over at McNeil High School, Dr. Mac Eagleton, athletic coordinator Scott Hermes. And the Lady Mavericks will be in the navy blue tights with green sleeveless jerseys and green arm sleeves with their uniforms. They will be on the left side of the court to start in set number 1. Your Lady Eagles will remain in their baby blue short sleeve jerseys with the Georgetown blue spandex as they finish up their final warm-ups here to get ready for match number 2 of day 1 of this tournament. We want to give a special shout-out here and not forget. I've got it written down. I'm not going to mess this up. I've got to get this right. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's a special birthday. There's several birthdays today. It's awesome. We're going through it and talking. First off, it's Rachel McDougall, one of the owners of CSCT, Jeremy and Rachel McDougall. It is her birthday, her first day back in the classroom here, Georgetown High School, Georgetown ISD, going back to school today. And so it is her birthday today. Josue Hernandez, son of the owners of Piedreros, our title sponsor, his birthday today as he turned 17. Happy birthday to Josue, to Rachel, and to a special 98th birthday wish to Miss Patricia Carr. That is Coach Jenny Richardson's grandmother. It is her birthday today. Very happy birthday to her. Hopefully she's getting to watch in today as the Lady Eagles play here in the tournament. Tomorrow we have the matches for that. Saturday we'll bring you more. And then next week there will be no volleyball. They do not have a game scheduled on Tuesday. Then they will be on the road at the Fraulein Fest in New Braunfels next weekend. And so then we will have, after a week off, we'll come back, and it is going to be one hectic schedule going live over the next few weeks. Georgetown Volleyball will be on live on Tuesday, the 26th of August, we will have the match at Vista Ridge High School. And then on Wednesday, it'll be decals with dads in the locker room as the football team gets ready for action on their first week. But we start off that first coaches show live in the locker room as dads get to put on the decals on their sons' helmets for the varsity. They're in the locker room, the varsity seniors, and so an awesome opportunity. We'll have the show live there. We'll talk to Coach Chuck Griffin and some of the other coaches and get ready to talk about football as we get ready to go on the road. We will be live at Victoria High School playing Victoria East, the Titans, on the 29th on the road. But in that week, Tuesday is volleyball, Vista Ridge. Wednesday, decals with dads. Thursday, we'll have volleyball action live here as Georgetown is a host site for Volleypalooza, brought to you by Leander ISD. And then we'll have whatever's available Friday morning before we leave for Victoria. And then we will follow up with Saturday volleyball matches as well. So a lot to come and enjoy on the SHN Sports coverage, a sports site of Georgetown High School sports. It's getting big time busy for everybody, and we are excited to bring it all to you free here on the SHN Sports Network. Georgetown in the baby blues. Short sleeve jerseys on the right side. The Georgetown blue spandex. The McNeil Mavericks on the left side of the court here to start set number 1 of this matchup. Best of 3 sets in the tournament play. And the Mavericks in the green no-sleeve jerseys with the arm sleeves. Mavs on the left arm as they get prepared for this matchup. Quick timeout. Georgetown volleyball starts in just a minute. Stay with us. We get ready for set number 1. Remember, your sets all season long are brought to you by the proud sponsors CSCT, Construction Specialists of Central Texas, the Krogs, and the McDougals. Proud sponsors to bring you all sets of Georgetown Lady Eagle volleyball this season here on the SHN Sports Network. Macy Gates, Amelia Albright, and Madeline Bradley on the back row. Gates will step off for the libero, Jordan Pickethley on the front row. Riley Holland along with Ambry. Make sure I get it right. Amory Anderson. And I couldn't see who the fourth one or the third front row is. The serve from Albright, and it's an ace right out of the box. Off of Shevchak, out of bounds. So the Georgetown Lady Eagles take the first lead of the set, 1-0 here against McNeil. Amelia Albright, the junior, ready to go. The jump serve from the far right side. Set it up. Shevchak will hit the attack off the block. Bradley up to Albright. Back set, right side. The swing. Dug up by the Mavericks. Set it to the far side. Shevchak off the block. Dug by Miller. Albright will set it up. Riley Holland will punch it deep. Played up by the Mavericks. Quick set to the net. They'll just have to send a free ball over. The Eagles get a free shot here. Albright near side. Mallory Miller will punch it over. And the Mavericks will reset themselves. Free ball, sit over. And the Lady Eagles, Pickethley has it. Up to Albright. Back set. Amory Anderson, kill. Kind of mishit on it, but got enough on it to get it to the 10-foot line. Found the hole. And Georgetown leads it 2-0 here in set number 1. And Amelia Albright will continue her serve. And it'll be an ace off the arms of the libero, number 19, Sage, off the libero, number 19, Sage Reyes. They changed liberos here for match number 2. And so Reyes unable to receive serve. Shevchak draws that one. Sent to the far side, tied over, and dunked down by Riley Holland. Nice play there at the net by the 5'9 sophomore, Riley Holland. Georgetown takes the lead 4-0. I missed the point. I apologize. And now Amelia Albright, the junior, ready to go. Jump serve from the far side. Overpass on the serve. Miller will set it up for Albright. quick set. Emery Anderson, the kill off of the libero Reyes, out of play. And a 5-0 start here for your Lady Eagles, and that'll draw a quick timeout from head coach Mallory Burns of McNeil. We'll take it with them. Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball will continue in just a moment. Another ace for Amelia Albright. Headset cord got caught underneath something. Sorry, it took me a minute to get settled back in. 6-0, Georgetown leads, and Amelia Albright started the serving and on a run here for Georgetown. The jump serve on the way. And another ace for Amelia Albright as that went off the arms of Karis Cosby. 7-0 lead now for Georgetown, opening up set one of match number 2 here today against the McNeil Mavericks. Amelia tosses it up down the far line, just wide for a service error. First of the set. Georgetown finished with only 4 service errors in match number 1, 2 for St. Stephen's. But on that side out, it goes to the Mavericks 1-7. They trail by 6. Substitution here as number 10, Kimberly Williams, will check in for Karis Cosby. And now back to serve goes Reese Shevchuk for the Mavericks. Foot fault. So a service error there on the foot fault for the McNeil Mavericks. Gives it right back over to Georgetown. 8-1 they lead it. Mallory Miller now back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Mallory tosses it up near side off Shevchuk. Chased down by the libero Reyes, and a free ball sent over. Holland, Albright. Back to Holland in the middle, off the block, down for a kill. Nice swing there by Riley Holland, the sophomore. And another kill, another point for Georgetown. 9-1, Georgetown leads it. It's Mallory Miller back to serve again. Miller's jump serve, nice and deep. Off the libero Reyes, played forward, and unable to get a third touch on it are the Mavericks. Another point to Georgetown, they lead it 10-1. Over McNeil. Mallory Miller will toss it up. The serve across the way. Shevchuk up into the net. Dug out of there. Reyes will send over the free ball. Miller up to Albright. Quick set. Tip over by Anderson. Dug up by the Mavericks. But a nice play there. Emery Anderson patrols the net. As Chloe Stewart tried to send a second touch across the net. Anderson right there to block it back down. And Georgetown extends their lead to 10 now here in set number 1, 11-1. Mallory Miller jumps up, serves it across. Reyes. Swing by the Mavericks, dug by Miller. Albright near side. Bradley. The swing gets it. The Mavericks dig it up, send over a free ball. Reset. Miller, back row attack. And a kill for Mallory Miller on the back row attack off of a diving Reyes to her right. Unable to get a second touch on it were the Mavericks, and it's a 12-1 lead for your Lady Eagles here. Miller to serve again. Shevchuk, overpass. Bradley sends it back down. Now the Mavericks will set it back up. Attack wide on the far side there by number 10, Kimberly Williams. And that'll give a point to Georgetown. The lead continues to grow to 12 now, 13-1. Mallory back, ready to go. The toss up and the jump serve. Floats it nice and deep. Shevchuk up to Fowler. Set it far side. The attack by Kimberly Williams is long and out. Point to Georgetown, 14-1 your score. 14-1 lead. And 2 servers for Georgetown so far. Amelia Albright and now Miller on a run. Second ball sent over. Dunked back down by Holland, but the Mavericks keep it alive. Holland will quick set at the net. Anderson tries to punch it over. They toss it over and keep it alive. Now the Mavericks have a shot as that one went back and forth. Kimberly Williams mishits that one. Didn't pop the wrist as she looks back and talks to Mallory Burns, the head coach. And it goes long past the inline. And a point to Georgetown, 15-1. And the substitution here is number 2, Mary Rose Scholes. The 5'4" senior defensive specialist will sub in for Mallory Miller and take over serving here for the Lady Eagles. Flat-footed serve sent across. Overpass on the serve receive and dunked back down by Riley Holland, patrolling the net again. And a 16-1 lead here for your Georgetown Lady Eagles. Mary Rose Schultz serves again, near side. The attack by Williams is long, past the end line. Another hitting error for the Mavericks and a 17-1 lead for your Georgetown Lady Eagles. And another substitution comes here is number 1, Scout Robinson. Will check in for number 18, Madeline Bradley. Scout, the 5'5" senior outside hitter, joins Holland and Anderson on the front row. Serve from Schultz. Free ball sent over by the Mavericks. Holland up to Albright, set in the middle. Anderson the attack and the kill. Amory Anderson. It's the kill, and the Georgetown lead grows to 17, 18-1. And a timeout here by head coach Mallory Burns of McNeil. We'll take it with them. Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball returns in a moment. Stay with us live here on the SHN Sports Network.
Royalty, put blame on me. Hate my trend. Word up OG, watch how you talking your tone. What I be on, you cannot make me a clone. You already know T versus T.
Out of the timeout. Mary Rose Schultz serves again, up 18-1. Overpass on the serve receive. The Eagles will set it up. Albright Robinson attack and off the block and down for the kill. Scout Robinson gets the kill. And the Lady Eagles lead it by 18, 19-1. Mary Rose Schultz. It's ready to serve again. Flat-footed, serves it just across. Nice serve there. Dug up by the Mavericks. The attack into the block. Robinson and Anderson there. Another attack dug by Pitt Kefley. Albright will go get it. Robinson, Scout sends over the free ball. Mavericks trying to keep it alive and do. Send over the free ball. Pitt Kefley, Albright. Quick set in the middle. Scout Robinson's attack. Dug there. A scramble for it by the Mavericks. They'll send a free ball. Cross-court shot. And Holland has it for Georgetown. Quick set in the middle. Anderson will tip it over. Mavericks keep it alive. Good dig there. Set to the far side. Williams attack. Cross court. Dug by Robinson. Albright will set it into the Riley Holland. Her attack. Dug on the back by Shevchek. Williams tries to punch it over. And into the net it goes for the Mavericks. Point to Georgetown. Back and forth that one went. Georgetown jumps up to a 19-point lead now. 20-1. Here in set number 1 as Schultz will continue her serve for the Lady Eagles. Scholes, Albright, Pickettley on the back row. Robinson, Anderson, and Holland on the front row for your Lady Eagles. Williams attack into the block and down. As Holland unable to keep the block high and down and knock it down. It comes down on Georgetown's side of the floor. And a side out back to the Mavericks, 2-20. They trail by 18. And back to serve goes number 8, Chloe Stewart for McNeil. Stewart from the far side, a jump serve across the way. Scholes digs it. Serve receive, sent over the net. Mavericks have a free setup. They dump one over. Albright will move it near side. Scout Robinson's attack. Off balance, had to reach behind her. Ends up putting it into the net. Point to McNeil, 3-20. Stewart to serve again for the Mavericks. From the far side, jump serve. Scholes has it. Pickethley will take the second touch near side. Robinson, the big swing off the block. Scramble by the Mavericks and a free ball sent over. Pickethley has the dig and a scramble here, and a good job by Riley Holland to send it deep. And a point on the side out to Georgetown. And a substitution to come here for the Lady Eagles. Amory Anderson will come out, and into the ball game comes number 8, Madeline Posey, the 5'7" junior. She'll check in and go back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Near side jump serve across the way. Mavericks overpass on touch 2, dump down. Riley Holland, nice job patrolling the net there on the overpass and sent it to the far side for the kill. 22-3, Georgetown by 19 here in set number 1. Posey's serve, dug by Reyes. Second ball sent over. And off the hands of Macy Gates, out of play. As Robinson was right behind her. So a little miscommunication, side out back to the Mavericks. 4-22, they trail by 18. Substitutions here as Vasic comes in on the front row, and back to serve goes number 3, Melissa Barron for the Mavericks. Barron from the far side, the jump serve, floats it across. Holland has a touch on it, but as she's fallen, as that serve just died out of the air. Nice serve there by Barron. And it's 5-22. He'll looking to make a run to get back here into set number 1. Barron from the far side. Posey up to Albright, near side. Robinson, the big swing and the kill. Scout Robinson hammers one down, gets the kill. Side out back to Georgetown, 23-5. As now checking into the ballgame for Riley Holland is Sailor Ruhlmeyer. Sailor will drop back to serve. Floats it nice and deep. Played up by the Mavericks. Set it to the far side. The attack off the block. Dug up near side. Robinson hammers one down. Scout with the big swing. And the kill. Set point Georgetown. 24-5. And what a job there. Posey laid out with a big dig. Albright set it up and hammered down by Scout Robinson. And set point for the Eagles. Ruhlmeyer serve. The Mavericks scramble here. An attack sent over. The dig by Scholes. Then Robinson, Scout looks at her hands like, that was a miss hit, no problem. Side out back to the Mavericks. 6-24. An 18-point lead here for Georgetown in set number 1. And the Mavericks will serve here. Number 10, Kimberly Williams, back to serve for McNeil from the far side. Sends it across. The attack by Robinson. And it is long and out. Oh, and a hitting error there. Point to the Mavericks, 7-24. Serve across. Scholes with the dig. Kept alive by Ruhlmeyer, and a free ball sent over by Gates. The Mavericks will set it up near side. The attack is long and out by number 1, Emmy Vasic. I'll get it right one of these days. Emmy Vasic sends it long and out, and Georgetown takes set number 1. 25-7, Georgetown wins it over McNeil here in set 1. We'll switch sides, reset, and come back with set number 2. You're listening to Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball live here on the SHN Sports Network. Stay with us.
Yeah. I'm the big homie, for those of y'all that don't know me. One and only, name another rapper, this Cody. Can't show me these down bad rap phonies. Take a pic to Ricky Bobby shaking Bake Brody. Pin rolling, never sleep, I just keep going. Hit my peak now, I just started like my name Tommy. Had a vision inspiration. This was destined for my life story. Bible by my side, I keep it like a gun on me. War ready, and we ain't afraid to get bloody. Told me I should quit my day job, that's funny. Hey, will always elevate me.
Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball is presented by multiple sponsors, and we are appreciative of each and every one. Of course, can't be done if the Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club didn't want us to be here, but they reached out, and boy, did the sponsors answer to make this all possible and keep it free of charge for you here listening and watching on the SHN Sports Network. Thanks to the Booster Club, to Piedreros Western Wear, 4809 Williams Drive, proud title sponsors of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball. CSTCT, construction specialists of Central Texas, John and Lynn Krogh and Jeremy and Rachel McDougall, the owners, proud sponsors and supporters of Georgetown Eagle Sports, and especially Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball. And City View Bible Church, you want to go where it's just real? Go visit cityviewbible.org and see what they're all about. A Bible-based church that brings you every facet of life, an opportunity to find community and to grow, from marriage ministry to recovery groups, kids and student ministries, solid Bible teaching, and the small groups are second to none. Every opportunity available for everybody out there, every man, woman, and child out there looking for something more in life. Come visit City View Bible. It's cityviewbible.org, proud sponsors of Lady Eagle Volleyball. We get ready to go back to set number 2. The Georgetown Eagles looking to take a 2-set sweep here over the McNeil Mavericks and get ready for the final match of the night at 7 p.m. against the Clear Falls Knights. Quick timeout. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment. For set number 2. CSCT brings you every set of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball this season. Proud sponsors of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball, thanks to the Kroghs and McDougalls for bringing us every set that the Lady Eagles play here on our broadcast. As the McNeil Mavericks will open up the serve here for set number 2. Flat-footed serve sent over by Votsick. Received by the Lady Eagles. The attack by Holland. Dug by the libero Reyes. Ball sent forward. The tip over, played at the net by Albright. And miscommunication, and Coach Jenny Richardson not happy there. Holland, Ketley, and McKenna Stengel got a ball in a triangle, let the ball find the floor. And McNeil takes the first lead of set number 2, 1-0. Vossick sends it deep, corner, and it is out. First service error of the set. Second of the match for the McNeil Mavericks. They had one in the first set, one here in set number 2. And that'll even it up at 1 apiece. And back to serve goes Mallory Miller. Stengel will check out. Scout Robinson, Macy Gates, Riley Holland on the front row. Albright, Miller, and Ketley, the libero on the back row for Georgetown. Set it up. The attack cross court, dug by Ketley. Albright, Robinson left side. The attack blocked at the net. Albright keeps it alive. Macy Gates will dump it down. The Mavericks scramble for it, and a free ball sent over. Played by Albright. Holland will quick dump to set. There it is. Nice play by Riley Holland on the second touch. Sets it down right by the 10-foot line for the point. 2-1. Georgetown leads it. Mallory Miller will serve again for the Lady Eagles, leading by 1 here in the second set. Sends it across. Up tight next to the pole was the serve received, sent by number 10, Kimberly Williams. And out of play for the point to Georgetown. 3-1. The Lady Eagles lead it. Mallory Miller, jump serve, sent across. Williams up tight in the net. And a lift called there on number 1, Emmy Vossick. And she tried to get it out of the net and get it back up playable, and unable to, and the point to Georgetown. 4-1. And the Lady Eagles lead it. Miller to serve again, the jump serve. Reyes sends it forward. Vossick keeps it alive. The attack by Williams is wide here on the near side. So another error on the Mavericks. 5-1. Georgetown leads it here in set 2 with a 1-set lead. Mallory Miller continues her service run here for Georgetown. Jump serve across the way in the corner, and an ace on the line at the back as Reyes thought it might be long, lets it go, and the signal is in. An ace for Miller and a 6-1 lead for Georgetown. Miller ready to go again. Mallory tosses it up, and a nice ace off of a combo there of Shevchuk and Reyes. Sends it into the stands. Point to Georgetown. 7-1 your score. Miller ready to go again. The jump serve, middle of the back row. Shevchuk up to Vosick. Set far side. Williams will punch it over. Big Ketley has it. Albright, quick set. Macy Gates. A miss hit, but finds it. Nope, a whistle and a net violation there on to Kimberly Williams of McNeil. So it'll be a point to Georgetown. 8-1. Georgetown leads it as Mallory Miller continues her service run here. Set 2 for the Lady Eagles. Jump serve. Shevchuk goes forward to a knee, and off of her, out of play, another ace for Georgetown. Here comes the substitution as number 5, Camilla Cardenas will come in for Reese Shevchuk for the Mavericks. So she'll be on the back line alongside Reyes and Mikan. Miller to serve again. The high toss serve now. This time cranks it up a little bit. Cardenas forward. Chloe Stewart saves it. Mikan with the swing. Dug by Miller. Albright far side. Robinson's attack. And it is long and out. So a side out back to the Mavericks. 2-9. They trail by 7. And a couple of substitutions here for McNeil. As number 2, Karis Cosby will check in for Kimberly Williams. Cosby will go back to serve for the Mavericks. And Shevchuk will come back on the front row for Cardenas for McNeil. Cosby from the middle of the back row. Toss it up, flat-footed serve across the way, and it's wide. Service error here on the near side. Second service error of the set for the Mavericks, third of the match. And a substitution here for the Lady Eagles. Kendall McDougal will check in as Macy Gates will come out on the back row. Kendall, the 5'4 junior defensive specialist, ready to serve. Jump serve across, played by Reyes, up to Vosick, and a free ball sent over by Stewart. Holland sends it over to Albright. Mallory Miller will send the free ball over. Shevchuk will send an attack over for the Mavericks. Tied at the net, trying to keep it alive, but they are going to call it a lift on Albright on an overpass. And 3-10 your score. And that'll draw a quick timeout from Coach Jenny Richardson. She doesn't like what she sees. She'll take a quick timeout, get things back in order, and we'll join them in just a minute. Eagle Volleyball continues here in a minute on the SHN Sports Network. Quick timeout there. Coach Richardson had him in and out. Talked about what she needed and had the Lady Eagles back on the floor. Service error here by Chloe Stewart for McNeil. Now that's 3 quick service errors here in the set for the Mavericks. Side out back to Georgetown. 11-3. Georgetown leads it. Riley Holland will come off. Back to serve. Goes Sailor Rollmeyer. Rollmeyer jump serve across the way. Cosby up to Vosick, far side. Mikan's attack, dug by Miller. Up to Albright, set far side. Robinson, the attack, and just long. So it'll side out right back to McNeil. 4-11, they trail by 7. Mikan will come out. And number 3, Melissa Barron back on for the Mavericks. Barron back to serve for McNeil. Set 2 of this best-of-3 matchup here in Pool 3 of day 1 of the tournament. Miller up to Albright. She tries to dump touch number 2 over the net, but into the net it goes, and the unforced error. Point to McNeil. as Amelia looks over at Coach Richardson. Coach Richardson kind of a smirk at her like, just a little error. Amelia very good at dumping that second touch over. Just a missed opportunity there. McDougal, Albright, Robinson, the big swing, off the block down for a kill. That'll get Scout going again on the side out. 12-5, Scout will check out. Number 8, Madeline Posey will come in to serve for the Lady Eagles. Mallory Miller will check out on the front row for number 4, McKenna Stengel, the 5'7 senior. But back to serve goes Madeline Posey, the 5'7 junior defensive specialist. Posey from the far side, the toss-up jump serve, across the way, and drops it out of the sky for the ace. Nice serve there by Madeline Posey, and the Eagles lead by 8, 13-5. Posey serve, Reyes up tight at the net, dumped back over by Stengel for the kill, and that overpass on the serve receive. And a point to Georgetown. 14-5, the Eagles by 9. Here in set number 2, best of 3 in each of these matches here in the tournament. Posey serve again, off the net tape, just kept on Georgetown's side of the net for the service error. First of the set, second of the match for the Lady Eagles. 6-14, McNeil trails by 8. Into serve comes number 5, Camilla Cardenas. And on the front row comes Kimberly Williams for number 2, Karis Cosby. Cardenas to serve, jump serve, sends it deep. Posey up to Albright. Free ball sent over by McDougal to the far side. Vosick will get the attack opportunity, floats it over. Dig by Ruhlmeyer, and a scramble for it, but unable to get the ball back over the net. The Lady Eagles point to the Mavericks, and they cut the lead to 7, 7-14. Hills matched their point total from set number 1. They lost 25-7 to Georgetown in set 1. And now trying to continue on here, trailing 7-14. Posey, Albright, the attack by Ella O'Shaughnessy. Goes wide on the far side, point to McNeil, 8-14. They trail by 6. Cardenas to serve again for the Mavericks. Sends it deep, but out for the service error. 4th service error of the set, 5th of the match. And the side out, ball back over to Georgetown, 15-8. O'Shaughnessy back out, Pitt Kethley back on the floor. McDougal will check out, Macy Gates back on the front row for the Lady Eagles. So Stengel, Albright, and Gates on the front line for Georgetown. Posey, Ruhlmeyer, and Pitt Kethley, and an ace for Jordan Pitt Kethley, the libero. Off of one of the Mavericks into the bleachers. 16-8, Georgetown by 8. Pitt Kethley jump serve across the way. Reyes overpass on the serve receive. Hit back down by Stengel, but dug up by the Mavericks, but a miscommunication there between Reyes and Cardenas. Give it right back over to Georgetown, 17-8. Pitt Kethley sends the serve over. Reyes tight to the net. And they're going to call a violation on Georgetown there. And gives it back over to McNeil, 9-17. Back to serve goes the libero, Sage Reyes for the Mavericks. Trailing 9-17, jump serve, sends it deep and out. Nice hard serve, but it just carried long for the 5th service error of the set, 6th of the match. Sailor Ruhlmeyer will come off. Riley Holland back on the front row for the Lady Eagles, and back to serve goes Amelia Albright. Back row with Pitt Kethley and Posey. Albright's jump serve, dug by Vosick. Tight at the net. There's Stengel to dunk it back down on that overpass for the point. 18-9, Georgetown, 19-9. Georgetown leads it. Jump serve by Albright. Vosick with the serve receive. Cardenas back to Vosick. Into the block. Kept alive by Riley Holland. Lady Eagles ran into the down ref, and they're going to call the side out. Back to McNeil, 10-19. They trail by 9. Mike it back on. Cardenas off. Or correction, Barone off. And served by Vasic. Albright far side. Stengel will just try to tip it over, but not enough on that one. Just off on the pass. Point to McNeil, 11-19. Mike and Williams and Stewart on the front row for the Mavericks. Vasic sends the serve across. Stengel up to Albright. Back to Stengel. Her swing and the kill. Net violation whistled there on Chloe Stewart, but a nice swing there by Stengel. Side out back to Georgetown, 20-11. Mallory Miller will come in for Stengel on the back row. Miller to serve. Scout Robinson comes in for Madeline Posey on the front row. Holland, Gates, and Robinson on the front row for Georgetown. The serve floated deep. Cardenas unable to make the decision if it's going to be out or not, and it's off of her for the ace. Point to Georgetown. Lead back to 10, 21-11. And Mallory Miller will serve again for the Lady Eagles. Jump serve from Miller. Reyes will play it up to Vasic, near side. Mikan with the swing and kill for the Mavericks. 21-12. Georgetown leads by 9. Cosby will check in for Williams. And number 7, Shevchek, will check back in for Cardenas on the front row. Cosby to serve, the flat-footed serve, middle of the back row, sends it across. Pitketley up to Albright, backs far side. Robinson sends it down the far line. Vasic with the dig. Shevchek the attack, dug up by Mallory Miller. Albright, back row attack by Miller. Boom on the back line, kill Mallory Miller. Nice swing from the back row attack there. And here comes Kendall McDougal to check in to serve. Ella O'Shaughnessy will come in for the libero, Pitketley. As O'Shaughnessy will go to the front row. Gates will come out. McDougal back to serve on the substitution. McDougal serve far side and an ace for Kendall McDougal off the diving arms of Cosby. 23-12. Georgetown by 11. 2 points away from a 2-set win over the McNeil Mavericks. McDougal, middle of the back row. The toss up and the serve. Reyes up to Vasic. Quick set. Tip over there at the net. Kept alive. And a free ball. Scout will send that one over. Dug up by Vasic. Second ball sent over. Eagles scramble. Robinson the attack and the kill. Scout thought it might be over her head, but she reached back and drove that one home. And it's set point and match point for the Lady Eagles. Kendall McDougal to serve for the win. Kendall, middle of the back row. Will get it. Toss it up. The jump serve across. Off of Cosby. Scramble for it. Sent over. The Eagles will set it up. Set far side. Scout Robinson off the block. Dug by Cosby. Vasic will back set. The attack by McNeil. Dug by Miller. Back set here. Riley Holland. Dug by Cosby. Shevchek will send a free ball over. Miller up to Albright. Set it up. Robinson into the block and down for the kill. And Georgetown wins it 25-12. Georgetown sweeps McNeil 2-0 to go to 2-0 in pool play here on day 1. We're going to take a break. We get 2 matches off, and we'll be back for the third match of the day at 7 p.m. when Georgetown will take on the Knights of Clear Falls. Thanks for joining us. Your Lady Eagles improved to 2-1 on the season, 2-0 in the day with a 2-set sweep over the McNeil Mavericks here in the Leander Georgetown Eastview Volleyball Tournament. Stay with us. We'll be back. 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock. First serve, Lady Eagle Volleyball, brought to you by First Responder Broadcasting, in part by our sponsors, City View Bible Church, CSCT, Piedreros, and the Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club. Stay with us. Remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. See you later, folks.